Hello everybody and welcome back to Analog Vernacular. Today we're going to be playing some more Rogue Trader and yeah, just so everybody knows, I have not played this game for about 3 months. The reason is just because that's kind of the way that my release schedule kind of worked out. As many of you already know, I'm a professor at a university, and that means that I get pretty busy. So I was pretty far recorded ahead on this series, and because of that, when Final Fantasy VII and Unicorn Overlord came out kind of like the same damn week, I basically just kind of put this one on the back burner for a while so that I could get episodes of those recorded. And now 3 months has passed, and we need to pick up this game again. So I only tell you that to just make sure that you understand that maybe I'm going to be a little bit rusty here coming back into this. But I did rewatch the last episode. We're about to go into Photon 4 for, I believe, Heinrich's side quest, right? So that's what we're going to be doing next, and then after that, I think we might make our way to the Nameless Star. There was some main quest stuff there that we needed to do, I think, so we'll see. We'll kind of see. But I think the Nameless Star is going to be on our way back to Footfall, which is also some main story stuff. We're also looking for... No, actually, after Gartafal's Calamity, the only ones I have on my list are Footfall and the Nameless Star for side quests. And then we'll probably have to find some other areas, some other places to explore. So, yeah. I loaded in, and we had this message from Master Helmsman Revor, so let's get into it. Lord Captain, we have arrived in Photon 4's system. Our translation from the warp was a little rough. A net loss of about 500 souls on the middle and service decks, and God Emperor only knows how many wounded. That's only half of it. The brain boxes on the augers are sending me reports that aren't doing my mood any favors. Real space here's got more holes than a sieve, and all our sensors are playing up. It's got to be sorcery, Lord Captain. If I was you, Lord Captain, I'd do what I came here to do, right? Sharpish and clear out, while we still can. I've seen the likes of this before in this same region. Maybe your sorcerers will be able to explain it better, but here's what I know. Shit like this never ends well. Sure, I don't even know what that's about. Quest updated price of humanity. Make Planetfall on Photon 4, reach the system mentioned. Okay. Let's see. Let's check colony management just real quick. Maybe that's what this was about? No, probably not. Okay. Lord Captain's presence is required there. Let's see. Can we actually... Yeah, we do have access to some of these. Not all of them are locked. Okay, so these three seem to be the only ones that are available to us right now. Large increase in tithes. Profit factor, complacency, and efficiency. Profit factor goes down, efficiency goes up, people 9. How are we doing on people? We're not doing terrible. Okay, profit factor and chemicals. Let's see. 13 chemicals. It is on the lower end. We definitely need the most xenotech weapons. Oh, wow. How are we doing that bad on mechanisms? So here's the thing. Since it's been 3 months, there's been a lot of updates. I'm pretty sure we had a lot more resources the last time I played this game. I think some of the updates changed what we were receiving here. So we're going to have to kind of readjust. So whatever happened in some of the updates, we're down to 0 mechanisms. So we need to try and figure out how to get some mechanisms. Yeah, that's going to have to be a priority, I feel like. So something in the updates changed some of this, some of our balance. And it looks like mechanisms is what suffered the most. Minus 20 from Foulstone. Okay, interesting. Yeah, it's wild to come back to that big of a change though, because I'm pretty sure that we weren't that like that before. Also, efficiency I think maxes out at 10 if I remember correctly, so we don't need to do that. So complacency might be more important. Maybe we do the chemicals. Because that would bring our complacency down more, which we don't necessarily want right now. Profit factor goes down a little bit, but our profit factor is doing pretty good. Alright, yeah, let's do this one. No minuses. A curious intoxicating substance has been discovered in Xenos ruins. Clandestine Magos alchemy's workshops will refine and distill the substance, transforming it into pure euphoria that will delight the weary souls of aristocrats who long for new diversions. Xenos intoxicant. Okay, there we go. Alright, what do we got here? Profit factor goes up. Complacency efficiency. Okay, reputation is not a bad one to get. That's a lot of reputation too. Security for all colonies goes up. Triumph over the Expanse. Let's see. Ooh, this one gives us mechanisms though. Let's see. How do we tell once again if this locks out one of the other ones? Alright, I don't see anything that says that we'd be locked out of anything else, so this one might be a good one. We get a lot of stuff. We're low on weapons. Oh man, we really need Xenotech too. But mechanisms are at 0, so let's do this. So Bastion, by declaring Dragonus the defense center of the Koronus Expanse, the rogue trader will be able to requisition foreign vessels and collect additional resources from the population. Okay, Key Alpha Gamma. More mechanisms if we want it. We could also get weapons. Weapons times 9. Mechanisms and Imperial Navy stuff. Memory of the Daring. Provides 125 points of protection for each sector. This amount is doubled against enemy kinetic attacks. I think I want to do this one. It'll get us even more of those mechanisms, and we'll get some decent reputation for the Navy. A mechanical trade. There's an opportunity to provide the Imperial Navy with tech priests in exchange for precious components and spare parts. Okay. And then Vibos. I feel like we're going through these really quick. Okay, so we got Earthbreaker. Usually we're doing pretty good on Plasteel. Adamantine, how are we doing? Actually really good on that, so. Promethium. We're doing okay on Promethium. We have a lot of provisions. Navy Whips. More Imperial Navy reputation. Complacency, efficiency, security. I think we were maxed out on both except for security. So this would only be if we want even more reputation with the Navy and whatever this Craven's Bane is. Which seems pretty good, but let's see, it's a two-handed chain weapon. Can't remember, were we using two-handed with Abelard at all? I think we had him dual wielding, right? Yeah, I'm a little bit rusty for sure. He could probably have one that's a two-handed though. Alright, anything else we have access to? Not really. Okay. We're gonna do this. Navy Whips. The disciplinary officers of the Imperial Navy will make for wonderful wardens on Vibos 6. Indeed they will. Okay. Well, nothing's at 0 now, so that's good. Let's see. Our save was after we had done these. Oh, cool. I think that's new. Either that or my UI blindness. Which I do have UI blindness. We have a lot of these right now, so I'm going to actually put this on here to extract that. Why not? But yeah, it looks like we did scan all of these. Okay, get that save in. And to the excavation site. Yep, going in with our team. So this is for Heinrich's side quest. Maybe I should look at the journal and make sure that I remember exactly what we're doing here, because I don't quite remember. So, let's see. Oh, also contracts. Maybe that's something that we should do a double check on as well. So we spend plasteel to get more people. Don't need that. We spend adamantine to get mechanisms. That one I'm okay with. We're pretty adamantine rich right now. So we can do that. We don't have the xenotech, but if we find one that can get us some xenotech, we should do it. Weapons for provisions, I think we're fine on provisions. Weapons for extractiums. Okay. Maybe in the future that one will be worth doing, but for now, not really. Okay. We are in chapter 4. Let's see, companion quests. What is it, the incident? No, that's for Nomos, which actually we should check on that when we go back to the ship. Path of the Drukari. We got rid of Mirage Eye, so he's gone. This is Yurliet's. This is for Adira. That's right, we're looking for the door from her vision. Don't really have many leads on that. That one's for Jay, which is probably, yeah, that one's at Footfall. Price of Humanity. Make Planetfall on Photon 4. A certain message received by the Astropathic Choir of the Von Valancius flagship has disconcerted Heinrichs. Whatever caused this sudden unease, the interrogator has requested the rogue trader's assistance and stressed that the matter demands his immediate attention. Preliminary assessment of the situation in the system is bleak. It is imperative that contact be established with survivors on the planet's surface immediately. Okay.
If I could see the golden light of the Astronomicon as you see it, Cassia, I would probably go still forever, unable to take my eyes off the radiance of the Emperor for an instant.
The Vanquished...
I think you would manage.
Oh, they're not done yet.
You have different hues of light within you. Gold, silver, and crimson. One of them would call you back to this world.
Okay, so the Vanquished combat machine obviously fell from a height. Too much time has passed now to determine the cause of the crash. The spikes have been fashioned from whatever their creators had to hand. This pitiful barricade is unlikely to stop anyone who is determined to get through. Well, it's stopping me.
Keep your wits about you.
So I guess it's good enough. The powerful smell of promethium lingers in the air around the burning mechanism. The machines were doused with the accelerant and set alight. I'm nervous that I'm going to have forgotten so much about the combat in this game when we get into it, but
is there money to be made?
We'll get there. The sentry rubs her eyes and gawps at you. One half of her face is covered with a bulky, rusty augment of unknown purpose. You came. You came to rescue us. Praise the God Emperor, it reached you. The sorcerer's message reached others like him. May he rest in peace. We are most honored by your presence. Please come forward quickly out of the darkness. The woman hurriedly checks a nearby lumen, her hands visibly shaking. Those creatures come from the dark, you see, but not for much longer. Not for much longer. And now you're here. The mistress Lichtenhart has already found a way to help us. Heinrich dourly listens to the sentry's speech. He takes a few steps forward and intently peers at her face, as the woman herself freezes in fear. Then Heinrich scowls and cuts a glance at you. We need to hurry. Okay, examine the sentry's face. 25%? You don't have the highest warp, do you? We have other people in the party. I hope they didn't change that so it's not party-based. No, it says shows the best character for this action. Do you really have the highest lore warp? I guess that's probably true. We don't have... Adira would have been best at that. For some reason I thought that maybe Cassia had lore warp, but maybe we didn't build her for that. Okay. We'll try it. Hey, we succeeded, 25%. Even under the wavering lumens, you notice something strange. The slightly skewed proportions, the almost indiscernible asymmetry of her facial features. Looking at the other sentries, you see the same oddity in their faces too. And the fact that they are all wearing the same strange ramshackle implants, which clearly are not combat augmetics. He meets your eyes. Noticed, have you? Don't jump to any conclusions. It could be local genetic anomaly. It could be something else. We can't say anything for sure yet. Heinrichs looks past the sentry. Okay. What's happening on the planet? It's terrible, my lord. I don't even know how to describe it. It's been, what? How long has it been? A few months, probably. A few months of being plagued by those sorcerous beasts. As soon as night fell, they came, creeping right out of the shadows. Black as soot, there's no stopping them. The only thing that's worked so far is keeping the fires burning and maintaining a constant watch. And even with that, the creatures drag us off in ones and twos the second we drop our guard. He furrows his brow. Sorcerous creatures from the shadows. Could they be demons? That would explain the presence of warp anomalies in the system. A local breach. Okay, survey the barricades. They do not appear to be very sturdy. Please, my lord, the sentry's on the verge of tears. Do you think we are trained guardsmen? We're from the expedition convoy. We've lived here for generations, and up to now, the God Emperor has guarded us from misfortune. But now we have to fight. The survivors have all gathered in the tunnel. We've handed out what weapons we have, but how is that supposed to help us against these butchers, when we don't always know how to use our weapons? And this expedition you speak of? About 30 years back, we were brought here with a load of clever people from the high-up Adeptus, of something or other, and we've lived here ever since. I've raised 4 kids here. 2 died at the excavations. 1 was taken by the monsters, but my youngest is yet still alive. Excavations. Perhaps the expedition, or rather its objectives, were what Emilina was interested in. Of course, the easiest option would be to ask her directly. The interrogator shoots you a pointed, impatient look. I want to see it. Emilina Lichtenhardt. Mistress Lichtenhardt is inside in the pit. You go on. Don't be afraid. She will be there to properly greet you. We'll stand guard. Thanks be to the Emperor for delivering you to us. Okay, I'm getting some weird vibes from that. Okay, some diggers.
A
100%.
trivial task.
Okay, and for map. Okay, I think we're good. That chill. Where does it come from? Uh-oh. The creatures that are coming, weapons ready, and God Emperor preserve us. Ooh, what are those? Have we seen these creatures before? I don't think we have.
Xenos scum! You don't belong in this galaxy.
Okay, it's an ambush, so we don't get to choose a starting location. But we do get to start with Cassia. So, let's see. This is the group one, right? Oh man, we are truly surrounded, actually. I didn't realize how close they all were.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
For the Imperium!
Sorry, allies. Okay, stronghold stratagem. Let's see. Yeah, that's right. We need to add some of these. We don't have a lot of cover right now, so that's a little bit scary. All right, so let's see. Front line. And then what does this do? For 1 round, allies in that area gain 7% armor, cannot be overpenetrated, gain immunity to the prone effect, gain 2 deflection. Against area attacks, they do not suffer injuries for receiving damage.
I am a navigator,
Yeah, that's
not
a good one for this,
servitor.
while we're being ambushed.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
For 1 round, all attacks by allies in that area inflict the overwhelmed effect. Can you add more than 1 stratagem to each of these areas?
Isn't
I don't
this a
actually
job for
know.
the serfs?
I feel like I should know that, but I don't. Yeah, these guys are gonna go down quick.
How dare you!
Okay, Argenta, you should have some decent options here. Do we have any decent options where we aren't gonna kill our allies? So, let's see. First off, let's kind of remind myself a little bit. Next ranged area attack made by the soldier deals 150% damage, has an additional 30% dodge reduction. I think we want, let's see, Wildfire Archmilitant's next attack will cost 0 AP, will not count towards the attack limit this turn, and will grant a stack of versatility. Okay, this will cost 2.
God Emperor, move through me! Be the fire in my heart! This is why I'm for you, my Emperor!
Okay. Okay, that's an 80. That turns it into a 6. That's not great. Maybe let's do this. We've got a pretty wide spread for hitting people if some of these miss, but the 73 ain't bad.
This is why I was chosen!
Probably should have done that. Forgot that was going to be free.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without deeds is worthless.
Okay. And we get our first
As the Emperor
reload
commands,
free, if I remember
I act.
correctly. So boom, we'll do that since we only had 4 left. Various recital.
High momentum.
Boom. And if we wanted to, we could go ham again, right? Let's see, what does this one do again? Until the end of combat, the Archmilitant can make 1 additional attack each turn, including 1 additional attack on the turn this heroic act was used. First attack after using this ability and each turn afterwards costs 0 AP. Yep, let's just let this roll through the rest of our attacks.
I'll do it. This is...
It's one way to start a combat, huh? Okay. Okay, voice of command. Okay. Grants an ally an extra turn. Is there a reason I can't use this right now? Cannot be used on the same ally more than once per round. It's unavailable. Is it because I'm being threatened right now? Is that a thing? It's too much, I don't remember. Okay.
It's
I'm
as
gonna
good
give
as
take aim
done.
to you. Shotgun costs 2, so yeah, we won't be able to take a shot, I don't think. There we go. Now we get the shot.
High momentum.
Okay, Yearliette. Okay, we got claim the bounty. Okay, who are we gonna mark as prey? If I mark you as prey
This tedium is
and get that
beneath me.
kill, I think we get some bonuses, right? Can't remember if I get like 3 or 4 of these. Okay, 3 of them. Maybe I should have used more, because I think that you can get up to 2 of those back, if I remember correctly. Does it even say here? 2 AP. Yeah, so I should have done something else first. Till the bounty hunter's next turn, whenever an ally attacks a target marked as prey, this attack deals 14% additional damage. Half of bounty hunter's current bonuses to critical hit chance. Cool.
I understand your intent.
So we'll use that. We don't really have cover right now, so we won't bother with that. This ends the turn, I believe. This does as well. Yeah, so both of those end turn. Okay. Okay, expose weakness on you.
I am not your... If I must.
Okay, Heinrichs.
Let's see to it.
Iron Arm. Lowest priority target for 1 round. Move through enemies. 5% dodge, 3% reduction. Assassin's attack deal more damage. All half cover. Provides the assassin 50% cover efficiency. And it fades when the assassin attacks. So if I pop that... Okay. Does not count towards the limit of attacks per turn. Also, let's just word of the Emperor.
Nothing's be gone.
Oh, whoops. That was not the one I thought it was, but that's okay. Tiny heal on you. This is the one I thought I was grabbing. But I can't really do that. Heroic Axe, Siphon Life. No. Alright, I could have played that a little better, but that's okay. Okay, Argenta's gonna get another turn. Doesn't she have a thing on right now where her single shot attacks can't miss? I think she has something like that. Oh, and because of the prey, you got a turn. Let's see. We don't get an attack, but we can analyze. Designates an enemy in a 10-cell radius as trailed. Yeah, sure.
Doubt is for the weak.
So you don't have a run and gun right now. Removes winded effect. Okay. That will give us our run and gun. Then we can move here. Sorry, other guy.
Rejoice in battle!
Efficiency above all else. These poor people. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. What have I done? Okay. Yeah, I think all of that should just go to cargo. Okay, did we collect everything? Okay, well, all these people are dead.
I always have a backup plan.
So that's nice. Is nice the right word? I don't think nice is the right word.
That was a problem for you.
Oh, you shouldn't have, my lord. Maybe I shouldn't have. I did, though.
Look, damn it. It's a Vox liturgy twisted by warp sorcery. Try not to listen too closely.
Quick save here.
May the hearts of the faithful not be daunted by the vile speeches of the foes of humanity. May our faith be strengthened in the face of all corruption and foulness.
This altar would be unremarkable, if not for the uncanny sound streaming from its built-in speakers. What once was a Vox recording of a liturgical service is now a malevolent parody of the noble faith. The powerful smell of promethium lingers in the air around the burning mechanism. The machines were doused with the accelerant and set alight. Okay, 0 on that. Tech use 100.
My success was
Oh
inevitable.
yeah, girl. Taunting Scream. Targets do not need to fail the willpower resistance test to be affected by this ability. The Swift Shroud Cloak. Whenever the wearer is targeted by an attack of opportunity, they gain +1 stacks of the Swift Shroud effect and gain a dodge percentage against this attack. The wearer gains movement points every time they are targeted by an attack of opportunity at the end of their turn. The wearer expends all of their Swift Shroud stacks to grant the ally... Okay, this is a whole thing. Swift Shroud build, apparently. Don't know much about that, but... Okay, we're not going to be able to do that lore warp.
Let us not dawdle.
A conveyor belt littered with a mixture of stone chippings and fragments of human-made items. The rust in the mechanism components indicates that the machine has stood idle for a very long time. Boxes stuffed full of shards of pottery, metal, and other discarded human-made objects covered in a layer of soil. Okay, digger, overseers. What's back here? Primitive excavating equipment suitable for use by unskilled workers.
Always keep your eye on the price.
Emilina. The symbols on the skin must bleed. Again, hold him tighter. God Emperor, help me. Emilina, the stooped figure, draws back the hood of the grimy robe, revealing the emaciated face of a woman. Her skin is stretched taut over her skull, and sickeningly protruding augmentations. Her cheek is marred with several open wounds. She looks at you with a feverish gleam in her eyes. The visual description matches Interrogator Van Kallax. The sage blinks several times and her head twitches. You made it here after all. Heinrich's usual mask of stoicism is melted away without a trace. He stares around him in undisguised dismay. Emilina? What is this? You're performing the archenemy's rituals? But no, stop, right now. Not another move unless I tell you. The sage draws herself upright, as far as her crooked spine will allow, and flicks several switches on her facial augments. Then she turns to you, ignoring Heinrich's words completely. Who have you brought with you, Interrogator Van Kallax? Clearance level? Analog Vernacular Von Valancius, Rogue Trader and the God Emperor's Anointed. Emilina Lichtenhart dips her head. Von Valancius, a Rogue Trader dynasty, territory to the galactic west of Furbundus. The head of the dynasty, Theodora von Valancius, has been flagged for her heretical sentiments. Threat level. Heinrich gestures at the room. I brought the help you requested in your message, Emilina. A void ship under the aegis of the Rogue Trader. I dragged thousands of people and megatons of plasteel and ceramite through the bowels of the warp. And for what? To discover that you have sold yourself to the archenemy? Emilina shakes her head. You are drawing conclusions based on incomplete knowledge of the situation, Interrogator Von Kallax. Your judgment is impaired. Heinrich, why is Emilina addressing you in this strange manner? I expect that Emilina has chosen to seal the memory block containing data of a personal nature. She does this whenever she is concerned that someone might try to extract information about Calcazar's coterie from her. Heinrich thinks for a moment and then in a clear voice says, Sigma Prosperity. He pauses before repeating the strange phrase. The reminiscent block you were attempting to access was repurposed. It now contains knowledge of the rituals performed by the shamans of this place. My standard working memory alone was insufficient to record all of the nuances I uncovered in my research here. He looks as though he's been punched in the gut. Emilina, you depleted the data about all the members of Calcazar's unit? You wiped us all? Of course not. I retained the portion of the reminiscence block's data relating to the operational significance of the Lord Inquisitor's unit. That is how I was able to recognize you, Interrogator Van Kallax. What has happened here? I came here on the supreme directive of the Lord Inquisitor. An Adeptus Historica mission was established on Photon 4 to study the origins of the civilization that once inhabited the planet. This world was once settled by humans. The mission aimed to discover which colony ship they came from and why they disappeared. The traces of the ancient culture uncovered in the layers of soil suggested that the existence of primitive solar faiths among the dark inhabitants of this world, faiths that are strikingly similar to worship of the archenemy. The surviving scrolls indicate that the shamans used the gifts of chaos to protect their people, to secure the harvest, to imbue their warriors with strength and vitality, and that this culture persisted for thousands of years. I was cataloging data when the attacks began at one of the remote outposts. I immediately recognized the enemy by their tactics, Drukhari. They chose an unremarkable defenseless world where night lasts half the year. By the time 5 outposts had been swallowed by the darkness, the last astropath had been torn to pieces, and many calls for help sent to Calcazar's units had gone unanswered. I realized that no one was going to save these people, or this knowledge, and so I put the knowledge to use for the good of humanity. Okay. So that explains what we saw on our way here. Emilina glances at you, but she cannot bring herself, or does not consider it necessary to ask you to elaborate. I'm sorry I asked, but what are you trying to achieve here, Emilina? The ritual we interrupted, what is it supposed to do? Oh, blue text, what is this? This is new. Oh, decision consequences? These are flags we didn't get to see before. Your influence has made Heinrichs more merciful? No shit. Okay, that's kind of cool. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. Emilina lifts her gaze upward. It will rid this world of its half-year-long night. and the mandrakes of their total advantage over us. It will force a new heavenly body, this one of human making, to rise above the horizon and illuminate the dark side of the planet. If the ritual works, I will have mastered the secret of forging a new sun. I'm sorry, come again? This is madness. Madness, pride, and monstrous, staggering heresy. Heinrich's voice is barely audible, as if his throat has closed up in shock. Abelard's eyes widen in astonishment. Create a star? God Emperor's grace, what creatures could live in the light of a star born using the powers of the archenemy? Ooh, okay. Yeah, that's interesting. That's an interesting power to be able to have when stars are being stolen from different places, you know? Do you mean to say that you have discovered a ritual for creating a sun here? Buried under silica and granite are knowledge and resources that could repel the enemies of humanity. We are too afraid of anything labeled prohibited. My memory contains thousands upon thousands of pages from manuscripts, tomes, and scrolls. Contact with any one of these is supposed to guarantee instant death, but the preachers who claim this are liars. I am living proof of their falsehoods. And what happened to the people of this world? All of the survivors are here in this tunnel. The rest are dead, or worse than dead. They are in the clutches of the monsters from Kamara. Our last astropath died when his mind was invaded by a warp entity. It used his side trail to hunt him down. The rest of the people here have been blessed with the protection of those forces that I summoned to our aid. That is enough. Heinrich's voice shakes with bridled fury. I have heard all the justifications and complaints 100 times before. No purpose can justify what you have wrought here, who you have become. Who I have become, Interrogator Van Calox. I am what any agent of the Golden Throne is predestined to become if they are able to see through to the essence of things. I have, as the Puritans say, succumbed to the heresy of radicalization. Moreover, in doing so, I am only following in the footsteps of our mentor. The only difference is that I have chosen the path of the Oblationists, while he chose the Xenos Hybrids, forging an alliance with the cursed Drukhari. What unthinkable accusations! The Lord Inquisitor in league with the enemies of humanity. I'm like to believe her, though. From everything we've seen, he seems to be fairly lenient as long as it benefits him, right? Emilina, suppress your urge to debate internal matters in the presence of the rogue traitor. Additionally, I will not tolerate insults to the Lord Inquisitor in my presence. Xenos Hybris? Oblationists? I have no idea what these things are. They are the names given to philosophical ideologies practiced by agents of the Golden Throne. They have nothing to do with the current situation. Actions are being driven by this philosophy, Interrogator Van Calox. Mine, yours, the Lord Inquisitor's. So these are belief systems amongst the interrogators that allow them to basically it sounds like almost that they use these belief systems almost to justify the things that they probably almost have to undergo while out in the Expanse. Like, nobody can be completely clean in the Expanse, it feels like. And so they use these belief systems to kind of circumvent the heresies that they have to commit, almost. Is that what I'm supposed to understand about this? Why are you avoiding talking about the fact that Xavier Calcazar is a dangerous radical? No less dangerous than I am, except I am not driven by utopian ideals, but by a desire to protect humanity, using a broader range of tools. What you call a broader range of tools is heresy, Emilina. Unremarkable, commonplace heresy. Heresy that has taken on a twisted form in a mind subjected to prolonged contact with corruption. The archenemy has been gnawing at you from within. Creating a star with a chaos ritual? You have crossed the line. You have obliterated the line. The lines are for the weak and ignorant. Anyone capable of weighing the risks and making a calculated decision would have done the same as me. To protect the Imperium's domain, to deliver a preemptive strike, even Von Valancius. Emilina whips around to you. You are a simple mortal endowed with huge power and privilege, ruling over worlds and holding millions of lives in the palm of your hand. Tell me, would you have done the same in my position? Can I ask about 300 more questions first? I don't know what to do here. This does seem kind of sketchy. This is really on the line of chaos and could be incredibly dangerous and destructive. I don't know enough about this. I would not have made the same mistake. Blinkered vision and a narrow mind. A warrant of trade in the hands of such a person is a dangerous prospect indeed. I get her point, honestly. I really do, though. Emilina shakes her head spitefully, her eyes filling with blood. Ugh. The only one to answer my call, and you turn out to be a brainwashed pawn. I did not factor in the possibility of psychological dependence. Calcazar can be persuasive, especially to those who depend on him. A favored sorcerer, a Caspalican renegade. Oh yes, Interrogator Van Calox, Xavier Calcazar's stalwart little soldier. You will die just like Tanakia. Emilina, Iona, Lichtenhart. Heinrichs begins, stiffly, formal, before breaking off. Tanakia? What do you know about Tanakia? Emilina shakes her head. You don't even know what fate befell her, do you? I suppose it won't hurt for you to know something of it. A strange sound causes the sage to fall silent. She turns towards the tunnel. Uh-oh, okay. Maybe we won't get to find out. Oh, great. The lights are going out. They're coming! The beasts, they're here. The ritual must be completed. The preparations must not go to waste. Enough! Oh, shit. We need to block all possible approaches. Light, we need to dispel the shadows in the corners. Did he just kill them? Yeah, there's blood. Okay. For a second, I wasn't sure if it was going to be a killing blow or if he just incapacitated them, but
out of existence.
he straight up killed all of them. She still has a border around her. Maybe she was only made to pass out or something. Ooh, okay. Okay, let's put you there. Is that explosive? I don't think so. Okay, Cassia.
If I may.
I think they've made these less effective in some of the updates, which honestly I understand, but also is going to make me a little bit sad. These just aren't doing the same amount of damage they used to. Okay. Let's see. If I go here, how wide is that gonna go? Yeah, I think they've reduced her effectiveness a little bit. Still very effective, though. Somebody tell me if I'm just making that up in my head, though. Okay, voice of command. Who's going next? Irliet?
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Okay, you get your free one here. Whatever this is. Trench line. 13% cover efficiency. I'm gonna give that to this area, I think. Okay. Let's mark our prey.
This tedium is beneath me. If it serves your cause. deal death with my hands.
Okay, you were doing more damage with your Deadeye shot. I couldn't remember if we had something built for you to make Deadeye even more effective, but I think there might be something there. Okay, let's expose weakness on that guy. And then do we trail him? We can do one more thing.
But of course, Lord Captain.
Hammer the Emperor effect. Next time they deal damage, this damage is increased by 32.
For the throne's glory.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, and then I still get this free attack. That one is, which one is the attack, actually? No, I always get those two mixed up. Okay, there we go. Good save. Oh, 1 HP? That's so rude. Oh, I probably could have used that. That was a free action, huh?
I won't object.
Let's do this
to
for
it.
now. That makes him less priority target until the next turn, so...
Emperor,
Burning almost got him.
deliver us!
So these mandrakes seem to be taking over, like... They're coming from the allies in the area, out of the clouds, or something. You're my sworn enemy. Okay, we'll do that. Since these guys are melee attacking, he might actually use it.
This is why I was chosen!
Okay. Yep, no, this is the no attack thing. So we'll do raid. Let's add some analyze onto him.
Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
Oh, they must have some kind of thing that lets them survive with 1 HP. I don't see anything triggering there, but there's something in here that's letting them survive. That's too bad.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
High momentum.
Faith without deeds is worthless. For you, my Emperor!
Yeah, what is it? Alright, we have to find out what's doing it. so that we know how to get around it. Alright, well I don't have time to like look through all of these, so we're just gonna have to wing it a little bit, I think. Alright, I guess we're gonna ignore this guy for a while. Hold on, is it gonna be... Well, no. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Okay, Cassia's gonna be the next one up on our team.
I'll make it happen.
Take aim for you.
On it.
Shoot you. Oh, I gotta remember this. Doesn't... Yeah, that eats your stacks that you have 30 of now and lets you attack harder, huh? Oh well.
I'll do it. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Okay, we're able to kill that one.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Melt a scorching area attack once per combat. Should I try that? Okay. Maybe having some of these other guys alive are making him unkillable or something.
I'll do it. This is why I was chosen.
Okay, it looks like that guy may have survived with 1 HP as well.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Yeah, you can't move right now, so...
Weather the storm! Onward! Duty prevails!
Nice.
I'll make it happen.
It will be done. Indeed.
Put that back on. And get your unyielding beacon. Where's this other guy? Who's left? Is it just the two? I thought there was one more down here somewhere. Guess not. So it's just the two of you? We have to figure out what's going on here. I don't know what to look for. I really don't. It would also be nice if they sort of like organize these to say like which ones are buffs and which ones are debuffs. Like we can see who applied them here, which is kind of nice, but it's like Mandrake, Burning Touch, the Warp. I don't know, man. Bunch of stuff from Cassia, Yearliette, Heinrichs, Jay. What? Come again? Head trauma. Burning. But like, why isn't he killable right now?
I'd like to give a very special shout out to my patron supporters: Darren York, ZTD, Knife Namaste, Kyle the Monarch, Chris Murphy, JW, Quinless, Vlado101, Andy Ford, Bruce Wizzle, Black Mamba 90, Eureka Gecko, A Happy Fat Panda, Pedo Kuto, Shadow Raven, Anna Kate the Great, Emily Kuzanoa, Philip Dougherty, Timothy Jansen, Skip, Daniel, Yell, and Nadia N. If you would also like to join this tier or any others, check out my memberships or my Patreon in the description down below.